Writing a thesis for AP US History. First off, you should probably know what a thesis is. A thesis is a clear, concise statement that requires proof, in the form of evidence or documentation. The statement asserts something that must be proved. In other words, it's your answer that you're trying to prove. Like if you're trying to prove that 2 plus 2 equals 4, your thesis would be 2 plus 2 equals 4. What should a thesis include? Well, I will say this many times, but it should include addressing the prompt. This means answering the prompt. It should make an argument. In other words, could someone else argue against your thesis? For example, if you say, our teacher's name is Eric, nobody could argue. But if your thesis is, our teacher is cute, everybody could argue. Finally, it should be clear and concise. What I mean is, it should be straight to the point and not more than 2 to 3 lines. You'll see what I mean later. What shouldn't be in a thesis? I, we, my, in my opinion, statements. Sorry, but the AP graders don't care about opinions or what you think, just the facts. Secondly, don't restate the prompt. Don't restate the question in your answer. Don't include specific facts. Save those for your body paragraphs. No slang or text message abbreviations. No, hey, what's up, bro? My thesis is FDR's swagger and his homies helped him win the heart of his fine lady in country. No, please don't do that. No present tense verbs. History is the past, so use past tense verbs. And finally, no need to restate your points. If you said your points in your intro, there's no need to say them again in your thesis. So our first example is quite fun and easy. The prompt is, Snickers is a candy made by Mars Incorporated. Determine if Snickers is satisfying. Okay, so the prompt is asking us to determine if Snickers is satisfying. Alright, that we can do. Let's look at this sample intro. Snickers is a candy bar created in 1930 and made by Mars Incorporated. Unlike other candy bars, Snickers includes caramel, nougat, milk chocolate, and roasted peanuts. Furthermore, Snickers is made with fresh ingredients from around the world. Moreover, Mars has made new variations of Snickers for more people to enjoy. Alright, so it seems like the writer is saying it is satisfying. Before we write the thesis, let's put our checklist on. Remember, we must address the prompt, make an argument, and be clear and concise. Okay, so our answer is going to be yes, it is satisfying, which is also an argument. We must remember to keep it short and sweet. So our thesis can look like this. Snickers stays true to its commercials and is indeed a satisfying candy bar enjoyed all over the world. Let's do our checklist. Addresses the prompt. It is indeed a satisfying candy bar. So yes, we answered the question. Is it an argument? Certainly. Somebody could say it isn't a satisfying candy bar. Is it clear and concise? It looks short, no fluffy nonsense, and looks pretty good. So yes, our checklist is done and we are on our way to a solid score with a solid thesis. Alright, let's go to one that's a little more AP related. This was an essay question for my class last year. I got an 8 thanks to my thesis, so I figured it was a good example. The prompt asks to analyze the responses of Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration to the problem of the Great Depression. How effective were these responses? How did they change the role of the federal government? Alright, so how did he respond to the Great Depression? Was he effective? And how did it change the role of the government? Okay, we can do this. Here is our intro so far. As Herbert Hoover's presidency ended, so did the idea of rugged individualism. Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration sought out equality for not only white men, but women and minorities. Furthermore, Roosevelt and his peers greatly increased the quality of life for all social classes. Moreover, FDR was determined to restore America's economy through the New Deal. Okay, so we've written that FDR, by the way, that's the only abbreviation you can use other than USA in an essay. So we have written that FDR wanted equality in the government, increased the quality of life, and made the New Deal. So our thesis should reflect some of that. Let's add our checklist. Okay, so we have to answer the question. In our intro, we are swayed that he did change the government and he was effective. So we should make ourselves look smarter by using some big words to say exactly that. Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration significantly changed the role of the federal government and in the process successfully revived a sense of optimism in America. We just said he changed it and was successful but made it a little more AP-like. Did we answer the prompt? Well, the question asks how effective were these responses? Well, they successfully revived a sense of optimism. How did they change the role of government? They significantly changed the role of government. So we did answer the prompt. Could someone make an argument? Someone could say he didn't change it and was unsuccessful. So yes, we did. Is it clear and concise? I don't see nonsense or wordiness or unrelated things. So yes, we did. Thesis is complete. So thesis statements are tough, but you'll learn with practice. When you write a thesis, just make sure you address the prompt, make an argument, and are clear and concise. Check yours before you move on in your next essay. It takes 5 seconds and it could save you big points. Here is an example I want you to do from the 2009 AP exam. There is a sample intro already completed on the right side. After you're done, go through the checklist on your thesis. Correct any mistakes you made and learn from them. Thank you for watching the video and good luck.